Okay, we do replenish and we do another level. I'm having fun
I've
now.
got a good amount of drink
fun.
left. Yeah, let's roll.
Yeah, I'm having a lot of fun with this, and like again, my backup. Oh, okay, we're back.
Oh, sorry,
Okay.
you weren't done yet.
Well, we thought we were taking a break, viewership, but apparently we are right back with Captain America.
Sorry,
and Thor.
I may have jumped the gun on that one.
So in our last installment, we played with like a weird American West level, which was very fun actually.
Is that the activation index from Halo? It really looks like it.
I hope so.
Sorry,
I mean,
I'm being very sad.
if Lego Master Chief appears right now, then I'm gonna flip this table with excitement.
It's one of my favorite things is to wind. Like, I'm a massive Halo fan, but it's fun to wind up people by referring to Master Chief as Halo.
Oh my God.
I enjoy that so much. What the?
We're seeing now. So this is Cosmo the Space Dog.
Okay.
So
go on.
In the buckle up, kids. In the Marvel universe, like the dogs that the Soviet Union sent into space back in like the 60s or whatever, were exposed to cosmic radiation and began a whole new life as super powerful telekinetics beyond the stars. One of whom is Cosmo the Space Dog, who was due to be voiced by Nathan Fillion of all people in one of the Guardians of the Galaxy end of credit sequences.
See, that I've heard before, actually.
But at the last minute, they cut like Cosmo's like addition to that movie, so potentially they could cast Nathan Fillion in a future Marvel movie.
Did he do it?
role.
Did he like record it and stuff? Or?
Oh yeah! Oh god, yeah. It's kind of like a parody. Like maybe you can still watch it online, like a deleted scene sort of thing.
Huh.
But allegedly, this was so they could eventually cast Nathan Fillion in a live action role, which I hope happens.
Yeah.
So there you go. That's my contribution, Doctor. What have you got?
I was just thinking about Nathan Fillion being like a major character in Halo at the moment.
Oh, he's Buck in the UNSC, the dropship troopers thing.
He's an ODST, but also he's now a... Oh, so we've got an option. Travel to... So with Thor, Cap, and Captain Marvel,
we can go to
travel to Asgard and request Heimdall's aid, or with Strange, Parker, and She-Hulk, collect the Book of Vishanti from the Sanctum Sanctorum.
Well, I mean, I think we go to Asgard, Doctor, right?
Yeah, that does sound way cooler.
Whilst we're
and
going...
look, it's a volcano.
I mean, like,
well, cool.
we have to go to Asgard. We're gonna fight like fire giants or something. Before we actually go to Asgard, would it be all right if we call a brief break while we replenish our stocks? For the viewer, this won't take any time.
We were supposed to do that between episodes, weren't we? And then I pressed A like an eager beaver.
Yeah, you jumped the gun. Like anyway, viewership back momentarily.
Cool. Technical difficulty. Dancing cows.
I'm having much more fun with this now, and I feel we're making good content here.
Fascinating that this game is so much more fun when it actually fucking works.
Yeah, some of these levels have been really quite inventive and intuitive though, and they're doing deep cuts Marvel lore, which lets us pull in weird stuff. So yeah, cool.
Yeah. But yeah, no. The point I was gonna make is that weirdly not only is.
Hang on, should we do an intro? Intro back. I'll let you do the intro.
Nah, we'll just start talking again.
And we are back, Doctor. Takes away.
But no, I was still just talking about Halo stuff of like that. You've clearly not played recent Halo games, but Nathan Fillion is not just a random ODST. He's actually just a full-on Spartan now.
Is he the same character? So like that is.
Yep, Buck. Edward Buck.
Oh, and is he?
So
is it John Locke? Is it Locke as a Spartan character?
Yes.
Is that who that is? Oh, cool.
Yeah. No. Locke is a different character. Basically, so since the Spartan 2s, Spartans haven't actually been like augmented in any way.
Oh yeah.
They're basically
just really good humans with better armor, right?
Yeah, it's basically like the kind of SWAT stuff, like weapons, tactics, training, all that kind of stuff.
Okay.
And they're basically like if you see like a Spartan 2 next to a Spartan 3, it's like the Spartan 2s are like 7 foot tall, like superhumans, whereas Spartan 3s are just like slightly fancier with like better armor and guns and stuff. And so he's a Spartan 4 actually. Which are another generation, but it's basically like at that point they're becoming like a kind of like Marine SEAL Team 6, like that kind of like.
Oh, the best of the best, but still mortal.
But still, yeah, they're not like the like modified superhuman thing, because obviously that was absurdly expensive, and 3/4 of them died.
Yeah, I remember
like that's one of the reasons they were called Spartans, is because there were supposed to be 300 of them originally, but only 100 of them even survived the augmentation.
One of my really favorite bits of Halo lore was where like Spartans are never actually listed as dead. They're only ever
missing
listed
in action.
Missing in action. It's so
Spartans
cool.
never die. Yep.
It's very, very cool.
Right, I have such mixed feelings about it. So as you can probably tell, I'm a massive Halo nerd.
I mean, we both
and
are.
I really struggle with the like. I mean, I've read a lot of the books and that kind of stuff, and I really struggle with the fact that a first-person shooter is a uniquely
so poor.
terrible form to tell the really interesting stories that Halo tries to do. There's a series of books I would recommend anyone who's even remotely interested in Halo read. That it's the Kilo 5 trilogy by Karen Travis, and it's basically it's in its own genre. It's probably the best way of describing it is probably like a kind of spy-ish thing.
Cool.
But it's basically immediately following Halo 3 and like how the galaxy goes about like rebuilding itself following that. But just has a lot of really well done characters, a lot of really interesting interactions, and it's fantastic to the point where I loved it. I recommended it to the Sprite, who knows nothing about Halo, and she absolutely loved it.
See, good science fiction is often just good science fiction.
That's the thing, yeah. And like Karen Travis, she's written a lot of stuff for Star Wars media and like that kind of thing.
Oh,
like she's an accomplished science fiction writer, and from the way she writes, I suspect she's got some kind of experience of like military stuff as well. That she certainly seems experienced with that. But
cool.
she's a very good writer. Like I've read a lot of her other like non-Halo stuff, and I've just you know when you discover an author and you're like, oh, what else have they done? You read some of their other stuff and you're like, yeah, it turns out I like Halo, but also I like her stuff. Yeah. I don't just like her stuff because it's Halo. She's also just a decent writer. But yeah, absolutely like worth a read.
Further to this, like if you're enjoying our discussion of Halo and you're a fan of Halo, I believe that the Doctor and the Boy do like an extensive series.
We've done
Let's Plays.
1,000 Halo series, yeah.
Go back and watch the Halo Reach series. Go back and watch the Halo Combat Evolved series. Watch all of it.
Oh, the Halo Reach series. Oh, the boy's still mad at me about that.
And I know why, but if you want to find out why, for the love of God, go back, watch that series, and again, like, share, subscribe. We want the channel to grow. We want to make this content reach as many people as possible. If you're enjoying this, go back and watch some of the Infamous Jammers other series. Thank you, viewership. We do appreciate your patronage. We love you. Or we love about 97% of you.
That was oddly specific.
You know who you are. No, actually, we do love 100% of you. And that's not to be facetious. So there's a big rocky barrier that we can't seem to penetrate.
Yeah, but I came to this other thing that's on the map at the moment. And there's enemies here, certainly. So maybe we want to be here.
Cool.
I was rewarded for killing them, so I think that's good.
Where could I go? Okay. Oh, Captain Marvel is so fast. Which shot me. She can travel like light speed in the comics, so.
Yeah, I was going to say, isn't that kind of her thing?
Yeah, I think she actually become like. Oh, here we go. I'm gonna accept a quest, maybe.
The wretched heat of this
The wretched heat of this volcano confounds me. I long to relocate to a cooler climate, maybe even in the coldest climate, so long as it is not too crowded. I require peace to do my thinking. Dost thou know of any place that matches these criteria?
This is so funny because I can hear the actual voice acting at the same time, and boy, they could not be more divergent.
Use your expert knowledge of Chronopolis to help a civilian find an ideal place to live.
That sounds like a bullshit side quest.
It does, doesn't it? But like, I still have no way to break through those rocks.
Yeah, maybe we should have taken the other quest.
What other
But I mean, the
quests
spooky ghost studs are definitely pointing us here.
Yeah, to the very precipice of the rock face, right?
Ah, we hit another one of this game's slow moments, it seems.
So who are the characters we were meant to bring with us? Captain Marvel, Thor, and who was the third? Maybe the third character possesses the ability to smash these rocks.
I think it was Captain America.
Okay.
We've got MODOK with us.
I switched into him because like I thought it'd be funny.
Okay, I think he's supposed to be Captain America, but I don't think Captain America can split rocks at all. Oh, cannon operation. Okay. Okay, here's a cannon that might... Oh, Stark. We need Stark. Where is he?
Okay.
Captain... Not Captain anything.
So there's some very cool scenes in the comics where Tony Stark gets access to like Asgardian workshops and he makes some really, really cool sets of like Asgardian Iron Man armor. I'm sure
I can imagine that looking pretty cool.
It looks awesome. Like you can probably look this up in the interwebs viewership. But if you like the idea of Iron Man Asgardian armor, then if that sounds cool to you, it's on the internet. Look it up. It's awesome.
Right, I think I've got this. There we go.
There we go. Cool. So we've discussed our favourite MCU movies, Doctor. We should probably discuss our least favourite MCU movies.
I mean, my least favourite is your favourite, so...
Guardians of the Galaxy 2.
Yeah, probably.
Wow.
It was... I mean, we've kind of talked about all the ones I don't like. Iron Man 2, not great.
I think Iron Man 3 is still worse, but...
yeah, Iron Man 3 also not good. Thor Ragnarok, poor. What was the other one we talked about?
I think we are quite controversial in that we don't like Thor Ragnarok. Many people who love the MCU love Thor Ragnarok.
Yes, because they're people in their early 30s who grew up in the 80s and love nostalgia.
Again, Taika Waititi's niche.
I as you may know from talking to me ever, I have a very complicated relationship with nostalgia. I think a lot of stuff, especially in the generation slightly above us, so people who are in their like early to mid 30s at the moment, nostalgia is for me alarmingly effective. That literally you can just be like, hey, this film's got some actors from the 80s in and has a soundtrack by like AC/DC, and everyone's just like, this is the best film I've ever seen. Like Guardians did it, then Thor Ragnarok did it. It's just like, and like Stranger Things is so successful, and it just so much of it does ride on that nostalgia wave. But Stranger Things is also good.
Very good. Very good.
But I think there's a lot of and weirdly Captain Marvel fell foul of that it tried to hit that same nostalgia high, but people are just like, no one cares about the 90s yet. Give it 10 years, maybe, but...
I think that's, again, not an inaccurate analysis, but again, viewership, I surmise from the comments and context that many of your viewership might be in the very age bracket you described, so tell us in the comments, viewership. Also,
it's an interesting one.
There's very interesting things happening in this cutscene. So that's like old man King of Asgard Thor, and that's Lady Thor, like Thor,
Jane
Goddess
Foster.
of Thunder.
It's literally called Thor Jane Foster, yeah.
Yeah, so spoiler alert for those who haven't read the comics, but it's eventually revealed in the comic books that Thor, Goddess of Thunder, is Jane Foster. So a very cool conceit is that like she is in her human Jane Foster form, she's dying of cancer. But of course, when she wields the hammer, she's immune to cancer because she's Goddess of Thunder. But she has to revert every so often back to being regular Jane Foster to get cancer treatment. And it becomes like, how much time do you spend as Thor, Goddess of Thunder, versus how much do you get your cancer treated?
Yeah.
Very cool conceit. Like there's a wonderful scene where like she's at this point Thor doesn't know that she is Jane Foster, and they're wrestling for the hammer. Like he's got one hand on it, she has one hand on it. And he asks her, who are... Sorry, I repeat.
Oh, Surtur's here.
Oh, Surtur, like the big fire demon. In Thor Ragnarok, voiced by one of our favourite actors, Dr. Clancy Brown.
That's Clancy Brown, is it? Yeah.
Yeah, there's so many Thors on screen. This is quite fun. Anyway, in the Thor, Goddess of Thunder comic books, he asks her, like, who are you to wield the hammer? And it's like, she's like, oh, I am destined for the hammer chose me, etc., etc. And she says, who are you, Odin's son? And there's a whole panel just of like Thor, as in Thor Odin's son, male Thor, his face. And he says, a single tear kind of falls down his big, handsome cheekbones, and he says, I am the one who will never let the hammer go. Because like, it's been like it's basically his friend, his battle brother through millennia. Yeah. And like it pains him that someone else is more worthy than him. I'm kind of getting a kick out of playing as like Thor, Goddess of Thunder here.
Yeah, that's quite cool.
I love those comic books.
I know someone just called Thor.
Do you really?
He's Norwegian, it's just his name. And he doesn't see it as that weird. But he's just called Thor Andvik. And it's like, that's a normal name in Norway. It's well cool.
Oh, it absolutely is. Like, can I summon... actually, we can't do summon the lightning in midair, but I'm going to do it.
No, you can do it on the ground, though, yeah.
And then let's see if we can lightning him. Take this fire demon. This is like the Balrog all over again.
Yeah. Yeah, actually, in a lot of ways. Here's a fun question for you. What is Thor's name in the Germanic Norse names?
Are you asking because you don't know? Because I don't
know.
No,
I'm asking because you may know.
I don't know, I'm afraid.
Name Santa's reindeer. It's one of them.
Donner?
Correct.
Hey, because it's the German
He's
word
literally
for
just called Thunder in German, yeah.
That's cool, though. I mean, he is the god of thunder.
Yeah, like, the name makes absolute sense, yeah.
Have you heard of the day that follows Wednesday? Thursday? Thursday?
I'd also do remember that Wednesday is Odin's Day.
Yeah, Woden's Day.
Just like that because of Wotan in German. And also Friggers Day for Friday. We still have a lot of Norse gods encoded in our days of the week.
Have you read American Gods?
Yes.
What have you read it? Or
I watched some of it and I've read all of it.
I mean, what did you think of the book?
It's not bad. Interesting concept, perhaps not great executed.
Okay. I mean, I
kind
really,
of weird in a lot of its ways.
Oh, we have Captain Marvel. There's a statue over here she can interact with.
Yeah, because we don't seem to be able to do a great deal to this bloke. The TV series of it was not that good. I thought. Maybe you liked it. I don't know if you've seen it or not.
I haven't seen it. Like, I love the book. Like, Neil Gaiman for me is a fantastically talented writer, and I really, really enjoyed the book.
I liked the book. It was odd, but the series is much odder. It just takes a lot of strange turns that don't make a lot of sense. Gaiman was involved in it as a producer, and he had there's a lot of stuff in there that he tried to basically correct from the book. Oh, thanks.
Oh, we're gonna use it. Sorry, we're gonna use electricity. Sorry. That's for me, I think, over here.
But yeah, like he's tried to retcon a lot of his own stuff with it, and that is variable in how effective that is. And like some of it's like good, like Ian McShane as Mr. Wednesday is very, very good casting. Like
who
almost
is Mr. Wednesday? I wonder which Norse god he could be.
But yeah, like a lot of the casting is really good.
There's a speech from Wednesday that I might seriously get tattooed on my body at some point, where he talks about like the 13 spells that Odin can cast. It is so good.
And that scene in the TV show is really fucking good. And like, what's his name? Peter Stormare as
Shadow
Chernobog is really good.
Oh, okay. I mean, I've never watched the series. I was just guessing.
No, Peter Stormare. What the fuck's he known from? Do you know the name, or do I have to look him up?
I'm afraid I don't know the name.
You will know him from stuff. Peter Stormare. He is.
Who is he, Doctor? Tell
I'm
us.
getting that. I'm googling as fast as I can Google.
I'm on tenterhooks. Okay, so we need Captain Marvel over here. I'm trying to solve some of these puzzles while you're doing this, Doctor.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let us know in the comments. So obviously various Asgardian gods do in fact appear viewership in the MCU. Tell us who's our favorite Asgardian god who appears. Is it Loki, Hela, Thor, Odin? Tell us, like various Asgardian gods pop up in the MCU.
He's the guy who plays Satan in Constantine.
Yep, that doesn't help me. Oh, hang on, Loki's a playable character in this. That's cool. See,
well, you're probably not going to know who he is, but I've known him for a couple of things. There's a lot of very good actors playing good roles in it, and yet it somehow just doesn't quite hold together as a coherent piece.
Oh, it's a shame.
It is a shame. There's been another season since I last watched it. I need to perhaps fire it up and watch it again, but it's a shame because I did really enjoy the book as an interesting. The book has some issues, but conceptually it's pretty good.
Something I learned only after I'd read it was like Gaiman did a road trip of the United States, and like lots of the things he writes about in the book are based on his experience of traveling in the States, which is really cool.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
that is interesting. Right, so this machine is giving us these things, which we can throw. I think maybe we need to hit Surtur in the mouth with it. Oh, that does damage to him! There we go!
There we go.
We've got to yeet these barrels at him.
We're making some good progress. I've been running around trying to like activate these machines, Doctor. Like, I hope that's been useful.
Well, this one you activated kills Surtur, so clearly pretty good.
This is quite cool for me because like we spoke about how in Lego Lord of the Rings there aren't actually many Lego mini kits that correspond to the moments from the game. But I actually have a Lego Loki minifigure. I've got a Thor minifig.
Oh, apparently you can do something over here if you're Loki.
I'm Loki out.
Over here is here. You actually just go north a bit, left. There you go.
Oh, there we go.
Apparently you can do something with that fire.
Okay, I'll try and do my thing.
God knows what, but.
Oh, okay. Loki's just like smashing that guy to bits.
Well, the game is telling you press the left stick and you'll find out what you can do.
There we go. Enter shield mode. Okay.
Oh, so you can put them out like Captain America or Captain Britain or whatever.
These mechanics are somewhat repeating, aren't they? You know?
Which is good. Like it's slightly frustrating. It's taken until
it's helping us making progress.
Yeah, 5 hours.
Oh, you see that cool teleport he just did? Like
that was pretty cool.
Teleports to one side of the guy and stabs the dude. Okay, teleport. Why is he not doing the teleport thing? Hang on, I'll try to do the tutorial again. Is that a jump attack he does?
Yeah.
Okay, so I double jump and then hit what, B?
A and B are certainly involved at some points. Beyond that, you're on your own. That's how you do it as Captain America, certainly.
I keep flying over here and I can't get the tutorial.
Oh.
Okay. Press B to enter shield mode before approaching Lego fires, and then press A to put them out using your shield. Okay.
Oh, it's telling that to Captain America, who is here for some reason.
All right. Well,
I don't know why it said. It definitely showed me the picture of Loki. Can Loki turn into people?
Oh,
I bet you he
kinda
can
cool.
somehow turn into Captain America.
That's a cool gameplay feature.
And makes sense.
Yeah, very
Perfectly.
much makes sense
Yeah.
because that's exactly what he does in every
Film
version of
ever.
Loki. Yeah. So there was a really cool iteration of like Loki where he was Lady Loki for a bit.
Huh.
So it kind of set the precedent for what would become Thor, Goddess of Thunder, where
Yeah.
Loki was just a woman, and everyone was like, "How can he do that?" It's like, well, he's a god. He can look like whatever he or she wants to look like.
Yeah.
Recently,
I mean, this is the character who, in traditional Norse mythology, turns into a sexy lady horse and impregnates another horse, giving birth to the 8-legged horse, which becomes Odin's steed. So
fun fact about like I have a personal connection to Odin's steed. So I think it's mentioned on the channel before. I've been to Iceland, where there's a national park in Iceland which is exactly like hoofprint shaped. It's like this incredible volcanic valley with a high-rise like cliff sides in the shape of a horseshoe, and it's meant to be like in traditional.
Sleipnir's Valley.
Yeah, well, if you say so.
Sleipnir
I mean,
is Odin's horse.
But in traditional Norse mythology, like this is where Odin's horse struck the earth with his hoof and like carved out this valley. Because Norse mythology is amazing.
Yeah, and God, Iceland is so high on my list.
I cannot recommend it highly enough.
Yeah.
Unbelievably expensive, but
That's
incredible.
And there's the issue, bud.
Yeah, so when I was there, like to buy 300 grams of bacon cost 23 euros.
How much
It
is
was
300 grams of... Is that a normal amount of bacon?
Like a regular packet of bacon in the United Kingdom, it was 23 euros, which is
Yeah.
for your American audience, that's maybe
It's like $40, yeah.
Yeah, $40.
Yeah, that's absurd. I mean, yeah,
was
Scandinavia
crazy.
is the same. But like,
Yeah,
my Scandinavian frontier is
I know.
like... Oh, yeah, of course.
What's this thing? Have I got like a cool ballista again?
Cool, can you use it to kill Surd, because he appears to be back again. And he looks also... He's got like a weird Necron sigil on like the bottom of his neck, I swear.
Oh, okay. I'm Loki now. Am I Loki? I'm
Oh,
Captain Marvel
we're
again.
up, we're up. I think I was just like hopping away. Yeah, definitely he's got what looks like a Necrontyr sigil on his neck. Maybe Surtur is one of the Necrontyr, who knows?
Who knows? Beyond our skills
He's
to
a,
tell.
what they call it, he's a Catan. Not Catan, but you know what I mean.
Deep Cuts 40k lore. If you get these 40k
You know me.
references, we keep making some Warhammer references, but we don't actually know if anyone's into Warhammer in the channel. So if you do play Warhammer, tell us in the comments. If no one comments, then I guess we stop making these references.
That's not going to happen, but you know. I suppose it's nice to offer.
Yeah, very much is. This is a more fun boss fight, I suppose. Like, he's a much more interesting villain than... Well, I say that Mysterio, the Celestial, lots of these boss fights are just a big guy with a big slammy fist attack.
I mean, this guy's arguably also that, but...
Yeah, I know. I'm
like, he
kinda
just did do a
recanting what I said earlier.
slammy fist. Oh, I've turned into Thor. Can I not be Captain America because we need him to finish him here?
But yeah, there was a really cool precedent. Like, Lady Loki in the comics was very popular, but then, of course, Tom Hiddleston was more popular because he's Tom Hiddleston.
They're also doing, there's a Loki series coming to Disney Plus at some point, yeah.
I've seen the trailer. I'm not impressed.
There's a trailer?
Really.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, there is a trailer.
Yeah.
It's not great for me, but maybe people feel differently. Maybe it's a cool trailer. I don't like it.
Who the
Is that
fuck's
Deadpool?
Oh, that's
Looks
is
like
that Dead Gwen or whatever she's called?
Or
Gwenpool. even.
Gwenpool.
Not Dead Gwen. Yeah, that's Gwenpool.
With a fire hose.
Oh,
Okay, cool.
Nailed it! In your face, everybody!
Yeah, okay, cool. Fair enough.
She spooged all over Cert. That's how that works.
Pew 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 pew.
Completed the mission.
It's kind of okay. Gwenpool just did their thing. I don't want to assume Gwenpool's gender.
Fair,
But
yeah.
they did their thing. I'm firing cosmic blasts, but it doesn't seem to be. Oh,
Well,
there we
he's
go. Is
fucking
that-
off anyway.
Maybe we've beaten Surtur, or maybe he becomes Little Surtur, and we gotta fight. Oh, there we go. He's become Little Surtur.
Yeah. Now we can actually
Make-
do a bit more damage.
Make with the punching. If it wasn't already clear, viewership, we're enjoying these games quite a bit more since like the glitches.
Since they actually work. Shockingly, turns out when you can actually literally play a game, it's far more enjoyable. Who knew?
Yeah, the boss fights are actually quite fun. Like it's the tedious fetch quests that aren't great. But the boss fights are cool.
I think that's the thing this game is missing compared to like the previous Lego games, is just actually working your way through a level. It feels like you're either doing fetch quests or like the whole level is one like... The only way I can describe it is levels are broad rather than deep. That it's just like, here's the door you need to get through, and you've got a load of stuff to your left and right, go. And different things connect to different things, but then once you get through that door in front of you, that's it. Rather than you're actually working through more like what would be considered like a traditional level in a gaming sense.
Mm-hmm. I agree. So here's Heimdall. So he was played by Idris Elba, of course, in a wonderful actor and recording artist, Idris Elba.
Recording artist? Is he a singer?
Oh yeah. Ooh. I think he's more like a DJ, but like yeah. Wonderful actor, wonderful recording artist, and also, I believe, like a wonderful radio DJ.
To hook this back around, I was also able to convince my mum to watch Thor and Thor 2 on similar reasons about how I was able to convince her to watch Black Panther. Though she has a particular soft spot for Idris Elba.
I mean, I love Idris Elba.
Like, she watched, is it Luther, like the gritty
Luther.
crime drama he's in that my mum fucking loves?
Luther's really good, and we'll discuss more about Luther and his time on Thor, like the various Thor movies, in an upcoming episode. But for now, viewership, we seem to have like hit the end of this episode.
Look at that, we're actually chunking this properly to make life far easier for the sprite.
Yeah, far easier for editing. It seems like we're making more progress, and we're very much enjoying it, viewership. So stick with us. We'll be back momentarily.
We're also approaching the WAV limit on our recording. Interesting.
Oh. Well, the Doctor and I will resolve that off screen. But we'll be back soon, and when we resume, we will discuss more of Idris Elba because his role in the Marvel movies is interesting and fascinating. But for now, take care and have a good night.
Good day.